Morning everyone, started day 2. All the cars are still here. Gonna check fluids soon and get ready to hit the road. We're about to head out. The fluids look good. None of the cars used any coolant or oil, so that's off to a good start. Might have a leaky tire though, I'm gonna have to watch. We're gonna get the cars started and go clean them up and get ready for some more driving. I just rinsed the car off a little bit, tried to get all the stuff off the wheels. Forgot it leaks in here. So hopefully we don't get any high pressure rain on the passenger door. Gonna make a few errands and we'll be hitting the road soon. We're getting ready to go up a pretty good grade here for a while. We're gonna see if it overheats. I might regret this, but I wanna do this for testing and see what happens. Seems like under boost and throttle, maybe the fuel is up cooling it down, and it'll hold. But I have a feeling when we get over this hilltop, which we're doing right now, it'll probably start to creep up a little bit. I think it's mainly just an airflow issue because this car doesn't have trouble in traffic with this fan. Got a really big intercooler on it, and the IATs are cool, like where they should be. I think there's just an airflow issue that can't be solved with the current cooling setup. So maybe a revisit later on. All right, so we're back on the road. Even after the fueling changes, I'm still getting about 21 miles to the gallon. Got some grades coming up though. I don't know if you can see that in the distance. I'm gonna watch coolant temps and see what they do. I've figured out a plan. Get to an incline like this, all I gotta do, turn it off, and it stays cool enough. And then I turn it back on when I go downhill. Genius. Coming up on some interesting looking weather, being that we're in the Midwest. Maybe we'll see a tornado, who knows? I think we're about to hit some pretty good rain here. Saw some big lightning. So we'll see what comes of this, but I don't know if I'm stoked about it. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of insane. There's so much rain. It's like huge amounts of standing water here. All right, everybody, we just got out of some pretty insane weather. This is the heaviest rain I've driven in a while, and I've never driven this car in rain that heavy. But it's actually really good to drive in the rain. It's very stable. I think the weight probably has something to do with it, and these tires, the Continental Extreme Contact Sport 2s, they're so far been phenomenal in the rain. So I'm pretty confident in this car now. So, all right, everybody, sit rep. It's hot, and all the cars are running hot. I'm not the only one who's been having temperature issues. None of us have had to pull over overheat, but even Corey with his hydro fan was getting warmer than what he wanted or expected. So just manage the heat best I can, and we should be there in 2-3 hours. So we're about halfway there. All right, everybody, back on the road after a quick food break. I'm gonna try to combat the heat issue. I went into the software. So I changed the duty cycle. Before it was 90%, which is full speed for this fan. It was at 200 degrees. So I turned it down to 185, 90%. It's not gonna fix the cooling problems, but it'll hopefully keep it from running hot a little bit longer. Maybe buy me a little bit more time. Figured out the perfect hack for staying cool with no AC in these cars. Passenger window down all the way. Driver window down just enough to where it hits your head. And perfect air conditioning. Here at Cadillac Ranch, we're about to arrive. I'll show y'all closer when we get there. Just came from Cadillac Ranch, tried to get a little bit of video, but it started to rain on us, so got back in the cars and we're getting close to the hotel. So this is interesting. It's hailing currently, and the right side of the car is getting pelted with hail. So hopefully the PPF on the lower half is going to do its job, but the upper half of the door and the rear quarter is not covered. So hoping there'll be no damage. I'll take a look when it's done. About 5 seconds later, not really, probably about 5 minutes later, it's all cleared up and gone. It's extremely hot. The sun's beating straight down on us. I've got the heat on right now. We're sitting at about 215. If we get any warmer, like 220, I'll probably have to pull over, let it cool down for a minute. Shows 80-something degrees, but it feels more like 90s. I mean, the intercooler is doing a pretty good job. It's just hot. goes down.